The brightest light. The brightest light. Hello, everybody. I'm in for a little while this afternoon, and then I'm gonna come back on later on tonight after the show. After the show, we'll come back on later on tonight. First of all, how's everybody doing? I hope that you've had a wonderful end of the week stock market day. End of the week stock market day. So as you come on, let me know that you're there. I hope that you're getting the bell or the notification that I'm live. There was not too much to say about today's market, but except for the fact that it was an obvious day for Friday. I did pretty well. I did pretty well today. And I know this is early, so I don't expect a whole lot of you to get on, but I do expect you to go and rewatch the recording. Go and rewatch the recording. Of course, my cousin CJ, what's up, bro? What's up? Of course, I'm out of town. We finally made it here to Greenville. We will be here until Saturday. We will be here until Saturday, and then we will be back home on Saturday, and then right back out of town now next week, Tuesday through Thursday of next week. So certainly I'm doing a lot of traveling uh, and on the road a lot. So y'all pray much our strength. Pray much our strength. Let's talk a few things. As I said just before you got on, CJ, it is not my intention to be on very long tonight. Just a short while to kind of talk about the end of the week market, the end of the week market, how the market ended for us today. My hope, my prayer, my desire is that all of you made some money today. As you know, I have a saying that even if you just make $1, even if you just make $1 on the market every day, in a year you would have made $253, which may not sound like a lot, but is certainly more than what a bank or lending institution will give you. Credit union will give you on interest rate on money. So even $253 from $1 a day on the market sounds pretty good. So let's just go over a few things, and then of course, if time permits, when we get in tonight. Hey, Leo, I don't know if you're here in Greenville, but hope to see you here. I'm here in Greenville. Um, let's just talk about a few things that happened in the market today. I ended up pretty well. I would say that today was a Friday and it was a normal Friday for me. It's what I expected. As I'm looking at my closeout balance for my portfolio today, I came short. I came a little bit short of my balance for what I usually do on Friday, but I came up just about normal for what I cashed in and put into my buying power for my calls and puts. The calls and puts that I had this week, I did pretty well on the calls and on the puts today. So that I am thankful for that. Some of the options that I left open, some of the options that I left open are Disney. I have a $187.50 call for Disney. Mavis or MVIS, I have a $13.50 put. And as a matter of fact, I'm winning on that one because not big, but I'm winning on that one because it's in the green. As long as it's in the green, I'm satisfied. SNDL, I have a $1 call for that one. I have a $1 call for that one, which I'm winning on that one as well. Now I was losing in the beginning, but now I'm winning for the on that one. And all of these that I'm mentioning closes on tomorrow, which is July the 23rd. And then I have a $147 call for Apple. Apple. is from what is at is currently at. I got the wrong numbers out there. I don't want to see those numbers. I don't want to see those numbers. I want to see. Um, oh, I don't have all of my equipment with me, so I'm all over the place. So y'all gotta forgive me. I want to see the last price. All right. So Apple is at 147 and 17. And then of course I said I have a 147 call for Apple. So I'm not quite there yet. I have a 147. Well, I'm over it by 17 cents. Let me put it like that. So I am gaining in the Apple. I'm gaining in the Apple. I'm making money on Apple, even if it's just went over $17. In other words, I have a $147 call for Apple, and it's at $147.17. So guess what? I made $28 on 17 cents. That's not bad, right? That's not a bad return. Any way you look at it, that is not a bad return. I made $17. Excuse me, I made $28 on 17 cents. So hopefully on next week when Apple opens up, and then let me see, it's aftermarket and Apple is still growing. It's still in the green. So hopefully on Monday morning, I'll do well on Apple. And then of course, for Microsoft, I'm in the, let me go, I'm sorry, not Microsoft. For AMD, I have an $89 call for AMD and I am winning. I'm winning big time with AMD because I have an $89 call for AMD, and if I'm not mistaken, AMD is at $91. AMD is at $91. So I'm winning by $2, aren't I? I have an $89 and they're at $91. And so let's see, my return on that is $107. That's not bad. I know it sounds like it's right. I forget today is Thursday. Y'all, I'm a day off. Forgive me. It is not Friday, it's Thursday. I'm a day off because it's not Friday, it's Thursday. We got another day to go. All right. And then of course, like I said, I'm not doing bad on that AMD because I'm up by $107 based upon $2. So my return on $2 is $107. So that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. Thank you for that, CJ. Thank you for that. And then, of course, I have YOU. YOU, I have a $45 call on YOU, and I'm winning. I'm winning. I don't know how much by. Let's see how much I'm winning by. YOU, I have a $45 call, and I'm winning with $77. $30 yesterday, $77 today. And because I have a $45 call with YOU, and then I need to bring YOU up front. I'll do that later on because it's way down to the bottom. YOU is at $43.49. YOU is at $43.49. And I have, what did I say? I have a $45 call, and I'm winning with my call because it's at 43 and I'm at 45. So again, $2, and I'm at $77 for $2. That's not bad at all. And then one of them that I was looking at a couple days ago, and then my cousin CJ mentioned it to me this morning. My intention was to buy some of it a couple days ago, and then I did not realize it did not execute. So when he mentioned FFIE, FFIE, I bought some of the stock. I bought some of the stocks. I bought some of it, yes. And then I have um, a call. I have a call or two of them. Yeah, I have two contracts. I have two contracts with and by the way, that MVIS, I have two contracts with that as well. With FFIE, I have two contracts with them that it will go up to $14. And I'm winning, I'm making money. $14, I'm making $14 off of it so far. That That in the YOU, I'm not closing those until August the 20th. I'm not closing those until August the 20th. And so FFIE, I need to go and check why I'm not seeing something. FFIE, let me go there. FFIE. I bought 10 shares. I thought so. I don't see why it's there. Not there though, but I bought 10 shares of it. Made some money today on the shares. And then as far as the option, I made $14 on the option. So that's not bad. Now, what I've been doing for those of you who are new beginners, beginners, those of you who are new, I've been showing you how to make money slowly with this with the inexpensive stocks or the inexpensive calls and puts. Because I can show you how to make money with the Tesla and the Amazon and the Chipotle, et cetera, et cetera. But if you can't afford it, I'm telling you that in vain, right? So then I'm showing you how to do the same thing I'm doing to make all of this money that I'm making at a smaller scale until you have built your portfolio up to a certain amount and then build your buying power up to a certain amount and then you can get into the game with the big boys like CJ because he's in the big leagues, he's in the major leagues now. So once you do that, so I didn't want to talk over anyone's head, nor that I want to lose anyone by telling them by showing them all of these things that I'm doing and how I'm making $6,500 a day or $5,500 a day, or like today, 9,500. What did I make today? 95. What did I make today? I'll go there in just a second here. I don't know why this thing is doing this. All right, let me tell you what I made today. If I can get there real fast. Oh my God. All right, today, $9,581.14. What I made today. In other words, I sold a lot of stuff and they deposited all of that money into my buying power. Once they deposited that money into my buying power, that's what I call made in a day. Now, I want you to do the same thing. But if you don't have the money in your portfolio, the entire portfolio between your stocks and between your buying power totals $25,000, you can't do what I can do. So I want you to still be able to do it on a smaller scale. Am I making sense? I want you to still be able to do it on a smaller scale. So please don't forget to just do it on a smaller scale so that so you can make money too. So you can make money too on a smaller scale. Some people have been asking me about my nonprofit. I'll talk to y'all about my nonprofit at a later date. I know some people wants to contribute to my nonprofit, but I don't want you all to think. I don't want nobody to think that this is what this is all about. And I'm not asking anyone for money from this platform for my nonprofit, because certainly my nonprofit has nothing to do with this. But some people have been asking about that, and then I will talk to them about that later. All right. Let me get back to this. All right. The other things, I don't know why what I'm doing. It just feels good to be home in your own house. And by the way, the market still has 10 minutes before it closes. The aftermarket closes in 10 minutes. So that's why you see the ticker is still going up. So I'm actually still making money on the aftermarket. Pretty good money too on the aftermarket. All right. So those were all of the options that I left open. Now I had more than that. I had more calls, more puts, but like I said earlier, I closed them all out. I closed them all out. Forgive me for the noise, y'all. I closed them all out so that I didn't want to leave some stuff open overnight. I didn't want to leave it open overnight. I wanted to save some of that money from my buying power, and then on tomorrow morning, or I was doing so much as I was traveling today. My wife was driving, and I was doing so much as I was traveling. But besides dozing off to sleep and trying to keep up with the market. And CJ kept waking me up, and I'm trying to do things. But one thing I did get an opportunity to do was sell everything that I wanted to sell. I did get an opportunity to do that. So I did that. And then everything that I wanted to keep open. Now, for those of you who still have calls open and they close tomorrow, let me teach you this if you don't know this already. If you have a call open and it's supposed to close tomorrow, if you do not close it yourself, if you don't close it yourself, if you don't have enough money to buy those 100 contracts, it's going to automatically close at 3 o'clock p.m. at 1500 hours for those of you who are in the military. And then if you have enough money to buy the 100 contracts, it's going to automatically close at 4 o'clock p.m. or 1600 hours. And then it's going to sell you those 100 contracts. And so either you can sell them before 1500 hours, before 3 o'clock, or if you want to purchase the 100 contracts because you have enough money, leave it open until 1600 hours until 4 o'clock. And but usually not even me. I usually don't even let it close on its own. I don't do that. I'll sell it before 1500 hours or before 3 o'clock for those of you who are civilians. For 3 o'clock p.m. on the day of closing, which is tomorrow, which is Friday, which is tomorrow, which is Friday. Okay. All right. So now let's talk about some stocks. Chipotle. Chipotle is where I made all of my money. I think CJ can give me an amen, a boom shakalaka, or something on that one. We made just about all of our money. And guess what? We could have made even more if we were in earlier. If we were in earlier, I promise you, CJ and I probably would be up to about 40 or $50,000, and CJ would probably be up to about 20 or $25,000 if we had have gotten in Chipotle earlier. Because if you look at Chipotle this week, this week alone, so far, today is Thursday, Chipotle has went up $415 even this week. What if you were in Chipotle from the start of it going up till today? Because today it went up. Um, did I do that right? No, I did that wrong. This month it's went up $415 even. This week it's went up $215 even. And then today it went up $42.41 during the market and another $6.60 after market. So Chipotle is a money maker. And when it moves, it moves. So you've got to always remember to always jump on the Chipotle train early and try to stay in it as long as you can. Even if you've got to sell, take your money and get back, take your profit and get back into it. Now, oftentimes that's not a good thing to do because when you try to get back into it, you're going to get back into it at a higher price. But if you can, if a person had been in Chipotle this entire month or this entire week, they're killing it. They're killing it. They're killing it. All right. And so Chipotle, which is CMG, they're doing wonderful. They're doing wonderful. All right. All right. And then of course, the next one is Moderna. Moderna did pretty well. It started off doing pretty well. This week it's made $46.39. It looks like this week, and then this month it's made $122.04. And this over the past 3 months, it's made $154. So Moderna is doing pretty good as well. Moderna is not doing bad at all. I'm going to skip over Snap. Snap is kind of up and down and all over the place. But let me go to Zoom. Zoom, which is ZM. Zoom, currently at $361. Closed today at $361.39 because they went up today by $5 and some change, by $5 and and by $8.42, $8.42. That's what they went up today by, and then they don't trade after market. But Zoom is one of those one that's going to play with you. The one week they're going to make a lot of money, the next week they're going to lose a lot of money. But they have come a long way because Zoom is at $361.39 right now. And I can remember when Zoom was $26. And this was before COVID. So Zoom was doing pretty good. We talked about Apple already, the fact that Apple is 147.15 today. They went up by $1.40 today during the market, 35 cents after market, and the market closes in 4 minutes. The market closes in 4 minutes. So they are still ticking right along. Microsoft did well today. Amazon, I made a lot of, I think I still, no, I sold it. I sold it. Yeah, I sold it. I had an Amazon call today. I made pretty good on it. I made $1,040 on Amazon. I think $1,040 on Amazon. I have a whole lot of Amazon stocks. So Amazon closed today at $3,647.80. $3,647.80. That's what they closed with today. And because they went up today by $52 or $62 or something like that today, which isn't bad, That's not bad for Amazon. So they did pretty well today. All right. For Amazon, they did pretty well. All right. Then the next one, we have DKNG did pretty well today. DKNG did pretty well today. Disney did not, as I mentioned earlier. AMD went up by $1.80 today. They closed at $90.98. All right. NIO didn't do well. AMC didn't do well. Royal Caribbean Cruise Line didn't do well. OMI went up today by 54 cents. And if you have a whole lot of those, you made a lot of money. Because remember, OMI, just a few weeks ago, OMI was $12.54, and now it's $47.58. So it does grow. And as I'm looking at it, I've made money since I've had OMI. So that's why I've kept it. Dave and Buster, which is Play, Play, didn't do well today. CLOV, Clove, didn't do well. Sundial Growers did not do well today either. I'm not going to be on here long because people are beginning to come in here and it's beginning to get noisy. And I'm sure that you all probably won't be able to hear me. Twitter, I had a few Twitter. Y'all remember when do you know I remember when Twitter was like $12 and some change? Twitter was $12 and change. And I'll tell you, I think I've shared with you before the reason why I got into Twitter. The biggest reason I got into Twitter is because when 45 became the president, his thing was Twitter. And so I said to myself, he's going to cause Twitter's stocks to go up. And he did, because everyone wanted to go and friend him or follow him on Twitter. And so not only did he get a lot of followers, it caused the stocks to jump up really high, because when he became president, Twitter was like $12 and some change. And as of today's closing, we can see that Twitter is currently at $73 evenly. They gained about 3 cents today during the market, but $3.43, if I'm looking at that right, $3.43 after market. So that's the reason that I got into Twitter. And then I had a lot of other stuff that was in the red. The bell just went off. The market is officially closed. It is 6:00 p.m. So your screen should have went black. The market is officially closed. All right, $3. Yeah, I think you're talking about Twitter, right, CJ? Twitter, $3.43 after market. So I keep telling people, you've got to do what you've got to do to build your portfolio. You want to build your portfolio. How do I do that? Get some of these stocks that are inexpensive and buy multiple one. So when, 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever you can afford. So when it grows, your portfolio grows along with buying um, 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 day trades. All of that will help your portfolio, and the objective is to become a dragon master or wrench master, whatever the case may be. So let's not forget about that. Let's not forget about that. Um, that will help your portfolio. And then just one or two more now, because these people are getting noisy in here. Facebook did really well today. Facebook closed today at $360.64 because they went up by $4.96 today during the market and $9.45 after market. 9:45. Now, excuse me. Someone sent me a message today, and they said, "Hey Tim, you said that when you are able to go live on Facebook, on YouTube, you're going to record more." So that we can see what you're doing. Yes, I did say that, and that is my every intention. But as you all know, I've been rather busy. I've been rather busy traveling, rather. And now I have Wi-Fi in my car. Yes, I have Wi-Fi in my car, but I just didn't want to try to log on to this iPad, the Surface Pro in the car, and do all of that in the car. And then you can't do that on your. I can't do that on my cell phone. I can't do it on my cell phone, but I can only do this on the computer. So that's why I haven't been doing it. But when I'm at home, and things are going on that you need to know about, certainly I will tell you. Certainly I will tell you. Just a few more of these. I've been on 26 minutes. My attention was 30 minutes. Um, Google did very well today, closed at 2005. See, there's a Google Class A and Google Class B, pretty much the same. In other words, Google has two stocks: Google Alphabet Class A and Alphabet Class C. B. That's Google. A closed today at $2,595 even, because they went up by $17.45, or $26.57 after market. So when you are able to afford Google, A or B, I'm going to go and look at how much B is, A or B. Please understand that you can make it's a money maker. It's a money maker. Um, all right. I'm gonna read what you said later on, CJ. I see what you said. I see what you said, but I'm gonna read it later on. All right. And then let's go back. I want to go back and see what Google, Goog, it's A and C, not A and B. It's A and C. So A, I just told you, and I have, it looks like 11 shares of those. And then C closed at $2,690.06. Now, I don't have any, let me say that right. I don't have any of Google C. They have always been pretty much the same, running about $10 off. So to me, it didn't make any sense to buy some of A and some of C. I just bought A and no C because they're pretty much the same. They're pretty much the same. Okay. And then of course the next one, after Google, we go down to let's see, what's after Google? After Google, Verizon did very well today. Verizon closed at $55.93. They went up today. No, actually, they went down after market. They did not move at all during the market. They did not move at all during the market. Okay. All right. So please understand that. All right. I want to make sure that I share this to. All right. All right. So, and then the next one is Netflix. Netflix, which did not do well today at all. Netflix did not do well today at all. So we got to um, be mindful. We got to be mindful, um, that Netflix is. Did I say Netflix, y'all? Did I say Netflix? Netflix is a fast growing stock. It is a fast growing stock. but when it slows down, it really slows down. Because Netflix has went from 50 something dollars to $511 where it is now during the pandemic. Why? What were y'all doing during the pandemic for the most part when you were working from home? Y'all were supposed to be working, but y'all know good and well y'all were on Netflix. That's why y'all have seen y'all have seen everything on Netflix. Y'all were supposed to be working, and I'm gonna call y'all boss, and I'm gonna tell y'all boss about it. All right, so you were supposed to be working, but y'all were on Netflix. So I'm gonna tell them y'all haven't been working. All right, then we got to get out of here and get something to eat here in just a second. Berkshire A, Berkshire B, we know where those are. We know where those are. So um, not too many people can afford Berkshire A. Only people like CJ, Cornelius, CJ Photography. That's him, y'all. He can afford BRKA. If you go there and look at what BRKA is, BR is Berkshire Hathaway. Today it closed at 33,501.65. All of you can afford it. Don't think you can't afford it because you can buy dollar amounts. You can buy dollar amount. Let me go back and see what Betty said. Betty said, can you sell your call at any time, even before the call is not at the contract price? And CJ has answered the question correctly. CJ has answered the question. You can buy a call or a put. My God, these people are noisy. I want to try to move. These people are noisy. Can I pause this thing for a second? I don't know if I can pause, but these people are really noisy, and I know they see what I'm doing over here. But you know that's how some people are. But anyway, Betty, he answered your question correctly. If y'all would just pause with me for just a second, just hold for just a second. I wanna pause. I won't be able to do that, but I'm gonna silent, and then I'm gonna try to find another spot here. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Can y'all hear me? CJ, let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Betty, I don't think that you're understanding earnings. Okay, CJ, very good. Um, 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 Betty said, "Will there be any earnings at that point in the call?" Remember, Betty, all of the stocks does not pay dividends. All of the stocks does not pay dividends. I usually list on the page every night the stocks that will have earnings called the next day. That's what I did last night on the Facebook page. On our Facebook page, I posted all of those stocks that had earnings called today. So if you go to the page, you're going to see for Thursday stocks like Cliffs, AT&T, and I can't see some of these, Snap, Skechers, Samuel Adams, Capital One, Southwest, Nucor, and it looks like American Airline, and then Intel. Those individuals had their earnings called today. They had their earnings called today. And and that means that at any point over the past 90 days, if you had owned that stock at any point over the past 90 days, when they have their earnings call, you will get some of that profit. Now, watch this, because maybe you're new, Betty, and maybe you don't know. But watch this, Betty. The CFO, the CEO, the owners of the company, once a quarter, they get together and they make a projection. They'll say, how much are we expected to make over the next quarter? And maybe the CFO, the chief finance officer, and CEO, the chief executive officer, is going to tell the owners, we're expected to make $150 million over the next 90 days. Now, at the end of the 90 days, like for these companies that I just mentioned, those company, let me say, those company that I just mentioned, I know y'all can't see that. I know you can't see that. We're going to share, yeah, they're on the page. They're on the page. Those companies that I just mentioned, they had their earning calls. Some of them had the before the market opened this morning. Some of them had it before the market opened this morning. And then some of them had it after the market closed this afternoon. You can actually log on and hear their earnings call. Let me get back to the money. They said the projection is $150 million. At the end of the 90 days, when they get back together, they're going to say, how did we do? And then the CFO, CEO, those guys are going to say, yes, we projected $150 million, but we actually made $200 million. That means that they went over by $50 million. So what happens to that $50 million? They make distribution to the CFO, the CEO, the owners of the company, and everybody who owned any of the stocks at any time during the 90 days. Even if you just owned the stock 2 days, 1 day, you owned it. So you will get some of that dividends, that earnings when they make distribution. So I hope I'm answering your question. Now, the flip side of that, if the projection was $150 million, but they only made 125, they were $25 million off. So really nobody gets any money because there's no money to give out. Now, for the most part, now here's the good thing about that. Whenever that's why I put the earnings chart up there, because usually when a company is having their earnings call, let's look at one of them, because American Airlines, they had their earnings call this morning. If I'm looking at that right, yes, they had their earnings call this morning, right? All right, so let's see how they did on the market today. American Airlines, which is AA, American Airlines, which is AAL, that is. Um, they lost 24 cents after market, excuse me, during the market today, and then they don't trade after market. They don't trade after market. So their earnings call was today. They paid 0.63% in dividends, and they missed the mark. In other words, they missed the mark. They missed it. Obviously, um, um, and if you look at it, because it shows you here, the last time, actually the last time, they were off by $1.69 when you add up in all of those that they have, the amount that they have, and they have how many? They have actually they have 38 million 900 900 38 million 98,000 38 million 98,000 shares of American Airlines. So if you add that up times a dollar and what? $1.60. What did I say? $1.69. They were off. That's why the number is negative. So those individuals will not get any money for that call, for the earnings call or the dividends. They won't get because they were off. They were off. So I hope I'm answering your question. All right. Um, 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 uh, CJ said something about sundial. Betis, yeah, I think I understand the dividend concept. I am talking about the call option. So call, same thing. If you number one, you don't have to wait till the expiration on the call. You can sell it whenever you want to and take your profit. But don't forget, I don't want people to think that they can just buy and sell all day long and then you get locked out for 90 days and then you're going to say, well, I didn't tell you that. So let me clarify this again. If you don't have 90, excuse me, if you don't have $25,000 or more in your portfolio, that means between all of the stocks that you own and your buying power. In other words, you can have $20,000 worth of stocks and $5,000 in your buying power. That equals $25,000. If you don't have that, or you can just have $25,000 in stocks and maybe $100 in your buying power. As long as you have over $25,000 in your portfolio, you can buy and sell stocks all day long without being penalized. But if you don't have that, you are going to be penalized. And I'm going to take you here. I wish y'all can see my screen. I'm going to take you here. And if you go under investing, and if you scroll up to the bottom, now if you can see mine, all of mines are green. I pressed something just now I didn't want to press. All of mines are green. All of mines are green. Can y'all see that? Well, they're just telling me that I'll call the names out. Novax, NVAX. I bought that twice. Sens, SENS, and then SOS. I bought a whole lot more the day of and sold it the day of because it wasn't doing good. I'm not going to be penalized though on neither one of my accounts because let me say this to y'all again. For the most part, I think most of you know that I have two accounts. The account that we're looking at right now is my wife's account, right? Right. And so on that account, I still won't be penalized because I have more than $25,000 in the account. So I can buy and sell calls and put all day long. But if you don't, the numbers are going to show at the bottom and it's going to tell you how many it's going to, if I don't stop doing that, it's going to tell you at the bottom under investing, how many times have you bought and sold the same stock within the same, twice within the same trading day. After you've done that 3 times, the 4th time you do it, you're going to be locked out for 90 days. Now, make sure that you have that setting set for you so it'll warn you. Because, see, some people will take the warning off. And when they take the warning off, then you're surprised because you won't get that warning that, hey, you got one more chance. You get one more chance. And you, boom, next thing you know, you're going to get an email saying, because you've bought and sold the same stocks 3 times within the same, twice with the same, with the 3 times with the same trading day, you're now locked out for 90 days. Now, that has nothing to do with stocks. You can buy stocks all you want to. That's trade option. What I just mentioned is now, I hope I said that right. That's trading, day trade. That's calls and puts. You can only do it if you don't have the $25,000. But now you don't need $25,000 in your portfolio to buy stocks. You can buy a stock now and 10 minutes later say, hey, I'm losing my money. I'm going to sell this. They're not going to penalize you. Or you can buy it and sell it again and buy it back again. And they're not going to penalize you. Why? Because that's not the rule for stocks. It's just for day trading. It is just for day trading. Let me see what somebody else says. All right. All right, Betty, I got you. We got you. We got you. Four times, right, CJ? Four times. At the fourth time, you're going to be locked out. That's why I always tell people three times, because at the fourth time, you're going to be locked out. After you've done it four times, you're going to be locked out 90 days. And then watch this. Um, that can be a hurtful feeling. You know why? Because it seems as though, because I remember some years ago when it happened to me, and then and it seems as though in that 90 days, the market was great. And guess what? I couldn't do any trading. So that's what caused me. I said, hey, I got something for them. I'm going to start another account. I'm going to start another account. And then that's when I started my wife's account. That's why I did it. That's why I did it. Because here I am. I had an account, less than $25,000, and I was locked out because I didn't know the rule. And then I couldn't do anything. And then the market was great. So I said, okay, I got something for them. And so that's why I did what I did. And so that's why I have two accounts. So please be mindful of that. Don't do that if you don't have if you don't have the money in your portfolio to buy and sell all you want to. Dragon Master, Wrench Master, whatever, Cook Master, Spoon Master. I don't know, whatever y'all do. That means that you have more than $25,000 in your account. And guess what? It is not impossible. I'm going to tell you what is impossible. When you see these people make these websites and they'll say, hey, buy my pamphlet and I can show you how to turn $50 into six figures in 90 days. That is a lie. I'm telling you now, it is a lie. First of all, if they can do that, the last thing that I want to do is get online and sell a pamphlet. Why? Why not give it out? If you got money like that, why not give out the pamphlet? Why don't say my pamphlet's free? I'm going to show you how I did it. You can do it too. If you made 50 in the six figure in 90 days, so that means you could make that that six figure into a one and a half, $2 million in 180 days. Am I right? Or in 90 more days, or a total of 180 days. So then why am I going to get on and sell something? Why do I need to sell anything if I have money like that? Right? I don't even have some of the money that these people claim they have. Oh, I made $1.9 million. Yeah, okay. And then all you need to do to be like me is to buy my pamphlet and follow me on webinar and pay the $50 fee, and I can show you how to do it. They're going to tell you what I'm telling you to do absolutely free. That's what they're going to do. And guess what? Because nobody knows the market because it's a ticker. It's a ticker. Let me put it like this. Even though this is partially true, what I'm about to say, it's like a clock, and you know you can't stop time. As bad as you may want time to stop, you cannot stop time. The clock is going to keep on ticking. If you have a 10 o'clock meeting and it's 9:30, you have 30 minutes to get ready for your meeting because the clock is not going to stop at 9:30 so you can get ready for your meeting at 10 o'clock. Now, the reason why I said that's partially true because you can, they can make a decision to halt the market. And they've done it. When they notice that the ticker is dropping so fast, they'll halt the whole market and say, hey, let's figure out and see what's going on and let the market and let it reset itself. So sometimes when you see that going on, then you got to listen to see what's going on because the whole market is falling. And so everything stops and nothing is moving. They halt the market. But we can't do that with time. So my point is that the market is almost like time when nobody can say, I'm going to tell you. Now, you can read the chart because I think, and I've tested it so many times, and I think CJ can amen me, and I don't know if Angie is there. Um, for the most part, I'm about 85% right. Do you notice that I didn't say 100%? For the most part, I'm about 85% right. That is why these people will come back and say, I wish I would have done what you said. I wish I would have done what you said. I wish I would have followed your recommendation because for the most part, I'm 80% right all the time. Never 100, never 100, not even from my own. Sometimes I make bad decisions as well. I make bad decisions as well. All right. I think it is now 6:30, right? We're gonna go out. It is 6:25. We're gonna go out and have dinner. And after dinner, depending on the time, being that it's Thursday and not Friday, while I'm at the dinner, I'm gonna try to figure out some stuff for us to some strategies for us to move for tomorrow. Some strategies for tomorrow and people like CJ who was in this and studying and coming up with some of these good stocks. Don't forget to also you can find some good stocks by looking at the earnings chart that I put out. When I put the earnings chart out, I put it out for the entire week. And then every night I put it out for the next day, the one out for the next day for the next day. All right. So again, thank you all for being on. I'll probably get back on later on, but if not, y'all know I just won't. IPO too. We'll talk about that later. Have a great night in the great Market Friday. Great Market Friday. I wish we could make some more money like we made today on the Market Friday. Me and CJ, we're going to go on a cruise together. We're going to go on a cruise together as soon as we get our money up, right, CJ? We're going to go on a cruise together. All right. I'll see you all. If all hearts and minds are clear, like Margel like to say, if all hearts and minds are clear, God bless each and every one of you. Peace. Or is it peace? Either one.